there, Happy New Year from the American Digital Network studio. Hope 2017 is off to a great start. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of The Rise. I'm Haley Outen. As we all sat back and enjoyed the holiday season, action really started heating up on the hardwood as American Conference action got underway. SMU, UCF, Houston, and preseason favorite Cincinnati all opened league play 2-0. The Cougars' 2-0 conference start came on the road, notching that feat for just the third time in program history and the second consecutive season under head coach Kelvin Sampson. Rob Gray Jr. was a key factor in UH's hot start. Gray took home American Player of the Week honors as he averaged over 22 points per game, including a 25-point outburst at USF. Meanwhile, SMU and Cincinnati both extended winning streaks over the break. The Mustangs will enter Wednesday night's game versus Temple with an 8-game winning streak, while the 22nd-ranked Bearcats pushed their home court winning streak to 17 games with a victory over Tulane. Jaron Cumberland led Cincinnati with 19 points in the win en route to American Rookie of the Week accolades, the second time in 3 weeks Cumberland secured the honor. After 2 straight conference road matchups, Houston returns to Hopkins Pavilion for a pair of games, welcoming Tulsa on Wednesday night before a key matchup with Cincinnati on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU. On Thursday, Memphis, which is coming off an impressive 70-54 victory over number 25 South Carolina, will host UConn in a matchup of 2 of the 11 active head coaches to have won a national championship. And on the women's side, the new year saw notable performances mark the start of league play. Temple head coach Tonya Cardoza became the program's all-time winningest coach on Sunday as the Owls topped Memphis 73-67 in overtime. The win was the 5th straight for Temple, who improved to 9-3 overall and 1-0 in conference play with the victory. Cardoza passed Dawn Staley with her 173rd victory in Philadelphia and is now 173-104 in her 9th season as Temple's head coach. 3 players notched double-doubles for the Owls in the New Year's Day contest, led by a 19-point, 10-assist, 8-rebound stat line from Fayonda Fitzgerald, who tallied her second double-double of the season. UConn and USF are ranked number 1 and number 25 in the latest USA Today coaches poll, while Tulane and Temple are receiving votes. The Huskies, who opened American Athletic Conference play with a win at UCF on Sunday, are 2 games away from tying their NCAA record 90-game winning streak set from 2008 to 2010. Gabby Williams earned this week's American Player of the Week honor after leading the Huskies to a 2-0 week that saw UConn defeat 4th-ranked Maryland on the road in College Park. Williams started the week with a 16-point, 9-rebound, 5-assist effort in the win over the Terrapins last Thursday and had 15 points in only 28 minutes in the win over the Knights. USF rookie Tamara Henshaw was named the American Freshman of the Week after grabbing her first double-double last Friday in a win over Stetson with 12 points and a career-best 13 rebounds. Henshaw started her 3rd game of the season against the Hatters and was 6 of 8 from the field in the victory. And don't forget, we have 2 women's basketball games on the schedule this week live on the American Digital Network. Wednesday, you can catch Memphis at Tulsa at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturday, SMU visits East Carolina at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Coming up next, Campus Connect brings us the story of UConn's new but very familiar head coach. Stay with us.
We are American. We operate from a place of power, a place where what goes up doesn't necessarily come down, where the laws of physics are thrown out the window and high off the glass. It's power that moves us forward by leaps and bounds, the kind of power that brings the house down so the house can rise up. That's power. We are power.
The American welcomed 5 new head football coaches to the league over the holiday season, and Campus Connect's Hector Molina gives us a closer look at the return of former UConn head coach Randy Edsall.
After many subpar seasons, the University of Connecticut football team has brought back an old face to a familiar place. The program plans to return to their winning ways, and it's safe to say newly hired head coach Randy Edsall knows a thing or two about winning in Connecticut.
It's my pleasure to welcome back and reintroduce our next head coach, Randy Edsall.
UConn Athletics recently held a press conference at Pratt & Whitney Stadium to welcome Coach Edsall back to his former home. Edsall had a previous stint at UConn from 1999 to 2010. an 11-year span where he became the Huskies' winningest head coach, compiling a record of 74-70 that included 2 Big East championships and a BCS Bowl berth. Edsall said building the program back up is something that he can't do alone.
What I need is the help of everybody in this room. I just talked to some of the student athletes. I had a conference call with them the other day on the phone. But together, we can make sure that we get this place 40,000 strong and putting banners up, playing and winning, because again, that's what UConn is all about. It's about winning in the classroom. It's about winning on the field. It's about winning in life for these young men once they leave here.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting time. I mean, especially with the prior success that Coach Edsall had here at the University of Connecticut. And I got to meet him, and it was a great meeting, and I think he was right with everything he said. Very close-knit group, I would say, especially for the senior class. And we all here, everyone just wants to win. I think everyone's building, everyone in the state of Connecticut, they just want to see UConn football be successful.
I'm very excited. I can't wait till we get started. He's a great guy. We had a conversation with him in the locker room, and he's just ready to work. He's very motivated, and that motivates us.
I think it's actually the greatest thing that happened to us in the last 5 years. I've been going to these games for 63 years. 63 years. Before Memorial Stadium. So, and I've known a lot of the head coaches over the years. But Randy, I always had an affinity for. Since he left, there haven't been as many guys going to the pros. He took guys that nobody recruited heavily and turned them into professional football players.
But what Edsall is most excited for is the opportunity to get to help his new players succeed.
Great group of guys, a together group, a group that I look forward to coaching and mentoring and helping them achieve the goals that they want to achieve. So I didn't want to get emotional, but this is what Connecticut's all about, and this is what Connecticut has meant to me. And thank you for having me back. God bless you.
Husky fans will get their first look at the revamped Huskies on UConn's annual Blue and White game. For Campus Connect, from UConn, I'm Hector Molina.
And here's a look at the full list of new head coaches that will join Edsall. Former Texas head coach Charlie Strong has taken the reins at USF. Former Florida defensive coordinator Jeff Collins has replaced Matt Rule at Temple. Former Houston offensive coordinator Major Applewhite was promoted to head coach and will lead the Cougs in 2017. And Cincinnati has welcomed former Ohio State defensive coordinator Luke Fickell as the Bearcats head coach. That's all we have for you today on this week's episode of The Rise. Thanks for tuning in and hope you have a great start to the new year. For the American Digital Network, I'm Haley Outen.